You're watching NFL Daily. Mitchell Rentz from Chat Sports. And coming up here, I'm going to look into my crystal ball and tell you who is going to win every single NFL playoff divisional game. But I wouldn't be able to do today's show if it wasn't for our awesome sponsor, Fetch. If you guys want to take your receipts and convert them into gift cards, all you got to do is go to chatsports.com/Fetch. It's free to download. Use promo code CHAT to get free 3,000 bonus points. Now, what we're doing here is we're going to look at all the games on Saturday. I guess I should say all the games. The 2 games on Saturday and the 2 games on Sunday. I'm going to tell you who is going to win each of those games and then what the NFC Championship game and what the AFC Championship game is going to look like. So in terms of what are the games this weekend, here you go. You got the Tennessee Titans up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Titans 3.5-point favorites. The over-under in this one, 47 points. The Green Bay Packers, they're 6-point favorites at home against the San Francisco 49ers. The over-under in that one, 47. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're 3-point favorites up against the Los Angeles Rams. The over-under in that one is 48.5. The Chiefs, they're 2.5-point favorites against the Buffalo Bills. That one is 54.5 in terms of an over-under. Now, how did these teams get here? Well, when you look at the AFC wildcard results, the Cincinnati Bengals, they beat the Las Vegas Raiders at home 26-19. The Buffalo Bills had a perfect game against the New England Patriots. They won 47-17. What is a perfect game? Only touchdowns, no punts, no field goals, no turnovers. The Chiefs, they whooped the Pittsburgh Steelers 42-21 at home. And then the NFC, the Buccaneers, they beat the Philadelphia Eagles 31-15. 49ers had an upset over Dallas 23-17. And then the Los Angeles Rams, they beat the Arizona Cardinals 34-11. Now, what I want you guys to do is go ahead down in the comments, and out of the games that you see, which one is your favorite? Is it the Tennessee Titans versus Bengals game? Let me know. Maybe it's the Packers versus 49ers game. Could it be the Bucks versus Rams game? Is it the Chiefs versus Bills game? Go down in the comment section. Let me know, out of the 4 games that you see on screen, which one's your favorite. Now, we are going to go in order on today's show in terms of the first game, and we're going to go all the way down to the 4th game. So the first one, Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Cincinnati Bengals on the road in Nashville, Tennessee. You got the 4 seed taking on the 1 seed. And for the Titans, they had that bye week. They're going to have some time to get ready to rock and roll, and King Henry is going to be back. For the Bengals this season, they went 10-7. Their scoring offense was tied for 7th in the National Football League, scoring 27.1 points per game. Their scoring defense, 22.1. That was 17th best in the league. For the Titans, they were 15th in scoring offense, 24.6. Scoring defense, 20.8. However, that scoring offense is a lot different when King Henry is on the field. So let me know, y'all, down in the comments who you got. Type CIN for the Cincinnati Bengals, or I want you to go ahead and type TEN for the Tennessee Titans. I know the Titans are very good with King Henry, but you know what? I really, truly believe the Cincinnati Bengals are one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Why? Look at their final 2 weeks, and I don't consider Week 18. They rest their starters. So they beat the Chiefs. They beat some really good teams as well, like the Ravens. They just beat the Raiders, who had a nice little win streak going. The Bengals are going to beat the Titans, and here's why. Joe Burrow is much better than Ryan Tannehill, and I don't really know if that's much of a secret. Look at the numbers here throughout the season. Burrow, 34 touchdowns compared to Ryan Tannehill's 21. Interceptions, the same. Yards, advantage Joe Burrow. He has a lot of great weapons. The main weapon, I'm telling y'all right now, Jamar Chase, he's going to have himself a day. He had 81 grabs this season. I think he should win Rookie of the Year. 1,455 yards. 13 touchdowns. The Raiders had nightmares trying to stop this guy. Now, I get it. Derrick Henry, when healthy, one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the league. He averages 117 rushing yards per game in the playoffs. But the Bengals defense has been playing much better, and I think they're going to try to slow him down and make Ryan Tannehill beat them. For that reason, the Bengals are going to get the win. Now, I'm going to talk about the Packers game coming up in a second, but first, I got to tell y'all, you need to go ahead and download this free app called Fetch. They are unbelievable. It's one of my favorite apps right now. All you got to do is go to chatsports.com/Fetch. Make sure you use promo code CHAT. You're going to get a bonus 3,000 bonus points. That way you can go ahead and convert those bad boys into gift cards. Now, the reason why I love this thing is because the Fetch app pays you back with digital gift cards for scanning your receipts, which you can redeem on purchases for your favorite stores like Target and Amazon. What makes it different from other reward apps is that you can scan both physical and digital receipts and features. Not all apps, they have that. When you really talk about this bad boy, I'm telling y'all right now, you're going to absolutely fall in love with it, because who else goes out and they shop? If 2020 taught me anything, it taught me to be more responsible with my money and to be smarter with my money. I know you're going to go out and buy stuff. I know you're going to go to restaurants. I know you're going to go to stores. Take the receipt, scan it, and then you're going to be able to earn those bonus points and then convert those bonus points into gift cards. Like 3,000 bonus points equals $3. People are like, oh, $3. But you can rack up points really, really quickly and then go out and spoil yourself a little bit. All I'm saying is shop smarter, not harder. How do you do it? Chatsports.com/fetch. Promo code chat. That link is going to be available for y'all down in the comments and in the description. All right, let's talk about this 49ers and Packers game. I can't confirm this, but Aaron Rodgers seems like a pretty smart dude. I guarantee you he uses Fetch, right? We have the over-under this one, 47 points. Green Bay 6-point favorites in a freezing cold game. In fact, the weather in this one is calling for wind chills of 0 degrees. Yes, 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Not great. When you look at the 49ers, their ability to be able to run the football is what's going to scare Green Bay. It's really as simple as that. If you can keep Aaron Rodgers off the field, that's when Green Bay really starts to struggle. But here's the thing. Green Bay's offense, you have Rodgers, you have Davante Adams. And the last time these two teams played, Davante Adams had 12 catches, 132 yards, and a touchdown. They need to be able to exploit the secondary of San Francisco. So let me know, y'all, who you got. Type GB for the Green Bay Packers or SF for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to go with the number 1 seed in the NFC. I like the fact that they were able to rest, and I have Green Bay taking down San Francisco. Now, these two teams actually played a little bit earlier on in the season where the Packers beat the Niners in Week 3, 30-28, which Rodgers was able to stop a lot of ghosts because everyone was like, oh, Rodgers can't win in Levi Stadium. He can't win in Levi Stadium. Well, here's the thing. Just like Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers is a Wrangler type of dude. So he's going to beat him in Week 3. He's going to beat him this week. Why? There's just a clear difference here when you look at the quarterback play between Rodgers, between Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, Rodgers, 4,115 passing yards. Then you got Jimmy. It's not even close. You have an MVP-level quarterback. You have a bottom 20 type of quarterback. Then you got your stud receiver in Davante Adams, one of the best receivers. I'd actually still say the best receiver in the league. Obviously, people are going to argue Cooper Kupp. But he had over 1,500 receiving yards, 11 touchdowns, 123 grabs. Here's the thing, though. If you don't slow down Deebo Samuel, who right now is a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. Shit, he might even be a top 5 running back. His ability to be able to beat you so many different ways is what Green Bay needs to worry about. So linebacker Devondre Campbell, how does the defense slow down Deebo? Because if he gets rolling and he starts running the ball effectively and then starts catching the ball effectively, it might be a long day for that Green Bay Packers defense. Now, to make sure that you guys never miss any videos, join the Chat Sports family. We got close to 277,000 subscribers in. We make videos like you're watching right now. We do news, we do rumors, we also do a whole bunch of fun segments. Now, every single thumbnail that you're going to see is basically a thumbnail to a video that's on YouTube. If you're wondering, hey, how can I find some of these videos? I actually put them all in the comments, and they're also going to be in the description of this video. So if you want to know college football way too early rankings, we got you. You want to know what the NFL head coaching vacancies are going to be? We got you covered. We got mock drafts. We're going to have trades, stuff coming up around the draft, free agency. If you love the NFL and you want free videos, Chat Sports is your home. So hit that sub button. And if you are one of our loyal subs, take the link that you see below and send it to your friend. Or if you want to send it to Jim Harbaugh, I'd be okay with that as well. Let's go to the Sunday slate of games now. The first game is at 3 p.m. Eastern time. The Los Angeles Rams, Matthew Stafford on the road up against Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Rams, 48.5-point over-under. The Bucs, 3-point favorites. Now, Los Angeles, they showed me a lot in their win over Arizona. That defense was absolutely stifling. And I hate to sit up here and say it comes down to the quarterback, but you can actually see this one simply coming down to the quarterback. I mean, Matthew Stafford had this offense chugging along. Shout out to Cam Akers for tearing his Achilles and being able to come back in the exact same season. That's unbelievable to me. But you're going to look at the scoring offense. Rams 7th, Tampa Bay 2nd. But this is going to come down to defense. How does Tampa Bay deal with all their injuries on the offensive side of the football up against Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey? So let me know, y'all, who you got. Type LAR for the Los Angeles Rams. Or are you going to go with the defending champs? Are you going to go with Tom Brady, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? So type TB for the Bucs, type LAR for the Rams. Let me know who you got. I'm going to go ahead and take the Buccaneers, and there's a part of me that really wants to go ahead and take the Rams, but I just can't take Matthew Stafford to beat Tom Brady. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I want to be able to sit here next week and say, I was wrong. But I just see the Bucs getting revenge because the Rams, they beat them early on in the season, 34-24. That game was at SoFi. This one's going to be in Tampa. And it just comes down to Tom Brady. It comes down to Stafford. And congratulations, Stafford. You finally got your first playoff win. But when you look at it, Tom Brady, this guy's got 35 playoff wins. Matthew Stafford has 1. And for those of you that don't think that, it's the playoffs, I'm going to take a 44-year-old Brady who led the NFL with 43 touchdowns up against Matthew Stafford. Sure, Stafford has Cooper Kupp, and that's going to present a lot of issues for Tampa Bay secondary, which is by far their biggest weakness on the defensive side. But, man, they got Shaq Barrett. They have an unbelievable pass rush. They're going to pressure Matthew Stafford, and I'm going to almost bet my house that he's going to make a mistake, maybe 2. Now, if you guys want to yell at me, remember you can always yell at me on Instagram. I'm at MitchellRents365. If you want to give me your NFL playoff predictions, please. That's what Chat Sports is about. Yes, I go down in the comments. I see what you guys are thinking. But I also want you guys to get to know me on a personal level. Easiest way to do it is to go ahead and follow me on IG at MitchellRents365. Let's go to the final game. This is the game that I'm looking forward to the absolute most. I almost wish I was off Sunday. That way I could watch this at a bar here in Dallas. But it's all good. The Bills on the road up against the Chiefs. The over-under, 54.5 points, the highest over-under. And then you got Kansas City, 2.5-point favorites. I should mention, this favorite keeps on going down and down and down. It started, I believe, at 3.5. Now it's at 2.5. So you got the Buffalo Bills, who the third best offense in the regular season, led by Josh Allen, the number 1 scoring defense, allowing only 17.0 points per game. And you got the Chiefs, scoring offense 4th, scoring defense 8th. I mean, the transition that Kansas City's been able to do realistically since they were 3-4 has been unbelievable. And this is going to be the game that I really truly believe everyone should be glued into, because I've said it before, I think the winner of this game goes on to win the Super Bowl. So who you got? Type KC for the Kansas City Chiefs, or I want you to go ahead and type BUF for the Buffalo Bills. You're going to take Patrick Mahomes. You're going to take Josh Allen. KC for the Chiefs, BUF for the Buffalo Bills. I've been trying to cut out KC, Kansas City chicken from my diet to get a little bit more buff. I know it's terrible. Give me the Bills to beat the Chiefs in this game. Now, when you go back and you look, the Bills, they whooped on Kansas City 38-20 all the way back in Week 5. But that was a much, much different team. In fact, the Chiefs at that time were ranked dead last in terms of overall defense. They made a total change. Now, Kansas City, they beat Buffalo last AFC Championship game 38-24. And you already see guys like Stephon Diggs tweeting out pictures of revenge. This team is hungry, and even though that they won the game early on this season, this is the bulletin board material that you had to watch Kansas City. You had to watch all that confetti rain down on y'all, and if you don't want that to happen again, you go out and you play yourself a solid football game. Now, in terms of the wild card, these two quarterbacks, man, were unbelievable. You had Patrick Mahomes, 30-39, 404 yards, 5 touchdowns, and interception up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then you had Josh Allen, 21-25, 308 yards, 5 touchdowns. He also had another 60 rushing yards. These quarterbacks is where it's going to come down. If both of these guys get hot or one of these guys get hot, look out, man. This is going to be an absolutely sensational game. Now, what's the objective of today's show? To go ahead and project what's going to be happening. So here's my projected AFC Championship. Because I had the Bengals win, because I had the Bills win, this would mean that Cincinnati would then travel to Buffalo, New York to take on the Buffalo Bills. Now, I don't know who's going to win this game. You're going to have to tune in to next week, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'll tell you. And what about the Green Bay Packers and the Bucks? I mean, this one's not really it's actually absolutely chalky. It's you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady on the road in Green Bay, Wisconsin at Lambeau Field up against Aaron Rodgers. If all these picks end up being right, I'm absolutely going to pat myself on the back, but I know this, if I'm wrong, I'm going to be in a lot of hate mail, which is all good, man. I can't wait for you guys to see it. We're also going to be probably doing this video next week, so make sure you're tuning in. So let me know. Who do you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl this year? It doesn't have to be out of the teams that I've projected to win. These shows are about y'all as much as it is about me. So let me know down in the comments section who's going to win the Super Bowl this season.